Good day everyone. So my topic for today is about the step-by-step on how to write a book. No? Writing a book is hard without the right help. No? Without someone who's done it before, you can end up making crucial mistakes actually. No? You decided to write a book, maybe you have a perfect idea, so you think that will get to that, no? And have always wanted to write one, no? And just aren't sure where the heck to get started. The price of writing and publishing a book successfully, no, is so much more than just writing and pushing a button to publish on a well-known publishing company. Anyone who says learning how to write a book is easy has never actually tried. If they did, they know writing a book takes a lot more than a helpful piece of grammar software. It takes help from someone who's done it before. Which is why I'm weighing in, having written and published 28 books, no, available in the market. It saves you a ton of time and many headaches and dive into how to write a book. If you've ever tried to write a book, you know how it goes. You stare at a blank for 5 minutes, but it feels like hours. No? To combat the boredom, you stand, stretch, and brew yet another pot of coffee. And a week later, someone asks how your book is coming. And you think, book? What book? No, I haven't even come with a book idea yet. But now, you're ready to start writing a book, and we're going to help make sure you do. Here's step-by-step on how to write a book. Number 1, prevent procrastination when writing a book. Adopt the mentality of a writer. Preparing to write a book. Schedule your writing time. It's also important. Get book writing tools. For example, Microsoft Word or any other tools. No? Writing your book, of course. Start writing your book. Get your free book template. If you could able to look for a template, better. No? And of course, you need also to avoid book writing mistakes and launching your book after writing. How to write a book despite procrastination. There are plenty reasons why writing a book, whether you're writing a fiction novel or non-fiction book, puts most writer directly into procrastination mode. These are some common reasons you procrastinate when writing a book. Maybe you're not sure how to get started. It's terrifying to spill your guts to the world in the book. Or you are insecure about your writing and have writer's block before you've even started. No? You're afraid of getting negative book reviews when you do eventually publish, no? Or you're worried, no, that even if you do write your book, nobody will buy it and you'll end up with low book sales for life. Or you're not sure how to take your idea and turn it into an actual book, no? Take a deep breath. Okay? But no more coffee. Huh? You've had enough. Remember that all authors have been exactly where you are right now. No? Every successful writer, from my favorite William Shakespeare to another favorite Walt Whitman to Stephen King, no, began by staring at a blank page. Step number 1 on how to write a book. Think like a writer. Before you sit down and type a single word, it will pay off if you take some time to address a few attitude questions and adapt the right mindset. This is one of the most frequently overlooked steps in becoming a published author, which is a big reason why so many people fail to finish their book. Take it from me. It's worth your time to complete these steps. They will make the rest of your book writing experience much easier and more satisfying. Number 1, find your why for writing a book. Before you open your laptop and start daydreaming about which photographer should take your best-selling author headshot or about getting interviewed by Jessica Soho, no, by Mike Enriquez, by Oprah, no, you need to answer one question. What's your reason for writing a book? Of course, it is not enough to have an inspiring book idea. Before you put pen and put to paper, you need to know your purpose. No? I won't lie, no, writing a book is rewarding, but it requires hard work. It requires emotional labor, long nights or sometimes early morning, no, extended weekends, and facing a constant self-critical process that is unlike anything you've experienced before. Solidifying the purpose, fueling your book will carry you through this difficult process, no? Okay, you're thinking, don't worry. I know I want to write a book. I want to write to feel important, no? That's an interesting thought, no? And feeling important may be a byproduct of becoming a self-published author. However, feeling important isn't the same as your response, your why, or your purpose, your why. Feelings are fleeting, whereas a purpose is a deeper, intrinsic motivator which will keep your burning the midnight oil to power through maybe chapter 8, 10, 12, 15, when the rush of feelings have long dissipated. No? And this is huge reason why so many of our become a bestseller end up starting and finishing their drafts quickly, and sometimes in 120 days, 90 days, 60 days in most cases. No? There are some popular reasons for authors to write a book. Number one, of course, authority, to build a credibility. Number two is money, for financial gain, business success, or to make a living writing. Grow a network. You want to meet and connect with others in the industry. Passion project, to share an empowering story for the greater good. Or to have an escape. A mental escape can help you deal with real world problems. Or to give others an escape. If you write fiction, you might want to give others struggling a safe place to go. Or you want to change lives. Books change lives, and your message could empower others to make change in their life. There are no wrong actually or right purposes for writing a book. Your why will be unique to you. Once you're honed in on your own why, let that purpose help focus your writing. By keeping your purpose at the forefront of your creative process. You'll make the writing process quicker and smoother than you thought possible. Number two, get rid of your excuses for not writing the book. A lot of excuses, I'm busy and so on. You figure out why and articulated your unique purpose of writing a book, and right on cue, something is going to try to derail your progress already. Your writing excuses. When there's nothing standing in your way, it's sadly typical to start letting excuses for not writing your book become the obstacle to your success. But you can overcome it. It's worthwhile to spend a little time addressing some common excuses many of us make to prevent us from writing. Once you've cleared out the cobwebs and smashed through mental roadblocks, you'll better prepared for writing process ahead. Getting your mind ready is one of the first steps to producing valuable work, whether than publishing an ebook, the next great book or novel, or a passion project. Excuses number one. You don't know what to write. You may not realize it, but you have a story worth telling. In fact, you may be pleasantly surprised to find as you write that you have more than one story and you're having a tough time narrowing down the content. The easiest way to start writing your first book is to choose a topic you're comfortable with. And you can literally write a book about anything. So go with what you know. Here's how you can figure out what to write about. Look a list of writing prompts or story ideas and choose an idea. Write a list, no, of all things you most passionate about. Write down a list of everything you very knowledgeable about. No. Write a list of areas you want to be seen as credible in. Compile all this list, no, and rank your ideas in order of what you're most passionate about. Imagine which idea you be most proud to have your name on. And choose the idea you know the most about and you are the most passionate about. Once you have an idea narrowed down, you can go ahead and start your mind maps and outline. Excuse number 2, you don't have enough time. We are always saying we don't have time. Today, we're all busy. I get it. But, of course, plus how long does writing a book take in the first place? But I have some good news. Writing a book take less than that you think. No? Than you think. Find an hour a day you devote to something mindless. So, maybe less social media, video games, no? Internet or TV, and start writing instead. And if you do have an hour or try 30 minutes, no, even 5 minutes, 3 times a day, you can be a source of massive writing productivity. And think about it. No? The average person can type 60 words per minute, and 60 words times 5 minutes is equal to 300 words. So do that 3 times a day and you'll produce close to 1,000 words per day. Imagine, you'll amaze yourself at how an hour per day adds up to something productive. No? Excuse number 3, good writers spend all their free time reading. Think you need to read all day long to be a writer. Think again. No? In fact, many prolific writers cut down on their reading, at least temporarily, in order to give themselves enough time to write. Besides, you don't need to be a literary connoisseur to write a great book. Your writing style and voice is your own. And the best way to discover your own natural writing voice is by sitting down and writing. No? Of course, no, and not reading what others have written. Here are some tips to use reading to help you write book while reading less. Only read a chapter or 2 at night. Read in a genre different that your own. This is help avoid being influenced too heavily by another book. Be intentional about what you read. No? Have designated reading time that doesn't interfere with the writing time. Stop reading for a while if you have very little space time. Excuse number 4, you're not an expert. No? A lot of people get tripped up on this. They think, I'm not really an expert on. I can't write about that. The truth is that the whole concept of expert is very subjective. An amateur astronomer wouldn't see like an expert to Stephen Hawking. But to 99% of the rest of the world, they would be an expert. You don't need to know everything about your topic, no? As long as there's a knowledge gap between you and the reader, as long as you're helping to fill the gap by teaching them the things they don't know, when they're everything enough to write a book. No? So stop worrying about not being an expert. If you're passionate and knowledgeable about a topic, then you are 100% qualified to write a book about it. Excuse number 5, your first draft must be flawless. No? A draft is a work in progress. And the goal is simply to get it on paper. No? A draft will make mistakes and that's okay. That's the self-editing process is for. No? Even experienced professional actually or professional writers who finish a book that ended up covered in the red pen of an editor, even I, no? Or numerous red changes in a document, just like the one I presented before, no? With my colleagues. No? If it worked for a multi-billion-dollar company, it should work for you first self-published book. Don't get me wrong, as I've already said, writing is hard work, but shedding these excuses should help get you into a positive frame of mind for the writing process. Realize you don't need to be perfect. No? The thought of writing book causes many people to think, I'm not a good enough writer. I need to do some editions, some rejection, some readings and everything before I start writing, no? Well, I'm here to tell you that you don't need a creative writing class. You don't need a writing mentor or coach. It is the self, no? You don't need to read thousands of good books, no? You only need one thing, a system for finishing your book. There's no such thing as a perfect book for a perfect writer, no? When you get down to it, the most important distinction is between authors who finish their books and the authors who don't, no? Don't worry about being perfect. Just focus on your book and your writing will get better and better over time. As with anything we learn, writing is a skill. It requires practice to hone over time, so let go of the idea that you're not good enough and work to improve by reading expert writing tips and practicing daily. Of course, this will help you make the mindset switch from I can't to let's get this done.